Hi guys! Not too long ago I asked you to send me your favorite Lana Del Rey's unreleased songs because I had this video in mind. Yes, I'm a fan, as you guys know, but I didn't actually listen to all of the unreleased songs because there are too many. And that period of time I was already into all the official music that I didn't really pay that much attention to the unreleased songs. You sent me a lot of songs to listen to, and I wanted to listen to all of them because it's summer, I'm sad, I want to be sadder, and I like her music, so... Yes.
I'll stay. You come back, I've got my mind on you. Say yes to me.
Pretty simple chorus, I have to say.
If you dance on a red dress on again.
Yeah, red dress.
And if you fall, I got my eye on you.
This song was really reminiscent of the ultra-violence era for the music and instrumental and the production too. But what really got me was the melody for the verses. They were so melancholic that I was already sold. The pre-choruses are pretty simple. The chorus is fun, how she says, say yes to heaven, yes to me, as saying I'm heaven, so I'm the best you'll ever have. I expected maybe something more after the second chorus, before the repetition of the first verse, but I like that little variation in the third verse. And I just want to point out that it's always interesting to me the fact that you can say when she wrote a song, you can recognize her songs easily. She tends to put a lot of the same words and atmospheres and melancholy in her songs. It's a lovely song, but you can feel that it's an unreleased and probably a demo. I don't want to say that it was the finished product, you know, because I felt like something was missing. The most interesting part to me was the melody in the verses. The piano. Oh, she has a tattoo with that line, right? This song was way less mature than the previous one. I mean, you can hear it in the recording and the mixing of the song. But I felt that this one was more complex in the influences behind it and behind the production and musically actually, because I felt like it was a mix between pop, reggae, and a little bit of blues with the piano, with some electronic elements, but also like these island vibes throughout the whole song. Compared to the first one, in this one I really liked more the choruses, even though they were a little bit repetitive. But I felt, again, like something was missing in the storytelling. I mean, it was pretty simple, and that made me believe that this song was probably an unreleased song from way back. But these songs are interesting, and fundamental to understand the evolution of an artist, you know, because there are some elements that you can connect to her vision and heart. Lyrically, she actually improved herself and she's more of a storyteller now, you know. Even though this song is pretty real and raw, and that is the reason why I think that this one may be influenced by the 60s, 70s. Before listening to this one, I have to say that I already know this song and I was obsessed with this song. But I'm glad that you picked this because I haven't listened to this song in a while and might bring back memories.
Right for you, baby.
The lows. Wow.
I don't wanna be nowhere but here. I've got a burning desire for you, baby. Drive fast, radio miles. Have to touch myself to fast, flash. Everyone knows that I'm trying to get to you, but I'm feeling scared, you know. I've got a burning desire.
This song was actually an unreleased, but then it got released with during the Born to Die era, and I'm super glad about that because this song really shows Lana's world. The verses are so vivid and real that every time I listen to this song, I actually believe that I'm living what she's saying because they are so specific that, I mean, they feel real. And actually also her low register shows a lot in this song. This whole song is so atmospheric that it actually hurts. My favorite part on this one is actually the second verse because we are a little sexual in the second verse, you know? Especially the second part of the second verse. This song is the type of song that makes you wanna go for a ride at night and just scream every single line because this song is that real. One thing that I have to say is that every time I listen to this song, the bridge, the first part is okay. The second part, consider that is a repetition. I wanted her to go a little higher with the harmonies and her voice actually. Hey, this is old school.
Sparkling just like an emerald. Still my soul on. What a boy ever made me feel beautiful.
Classic Lana here.
I'm so far gone, so far gone.
Wow. Back in the day when I listened to some of her unreleased songs, the unreleased songs, some of them are actually way upbeat and funny and carefree than the rest of her stuff. And this one is one of those songs. I have to say that I really like this one. I mean, when I listen to upbeat songs by Lana, I always question myself if I really like the song or not. In fact, at first I didn't really appreciate it as much as I did when the second verse kicked in because I felt like the chorus sounded a little silly at first, but it makes sense with the storytelling of the song. And the second verse actually I really liked the lyrics, and as I was telling you, the fact that she always puts these details in songs. The bridge was her saying, "Ladies and gentlemen," for the very first time. It was very 50, 60 of her to do that. But I felt also the production and the music and her voice bigger, so I was expecting after that an explosion of sound, even in the chorus, that probably would have been the right choice for this song, but it didn't happen. Before listening to this one too, I wanna say that I know this song, and this song was one of the unreleased one that I kept going back to and listening to. But I'm glad again that you picked this one because it's been a long time.
I might find my one true love tonight. Really tight, get into a fake fight. I guess that's what I have to do. I'm
This line.
in the night, watching them fall on by. I love you just a little too much. Love you just a little too much. You can see me drinking cherry coke. It's a real killer. I love to love no. Sweet serial killer. I'm so hot, I ignite, dancing in the dark. Sneak up on you really quiet, and I'm a sociopath. It's a real killer on the warpath. I don't want one, what's the thrill at the same time?
This part.
You can feel me drinking cherry coke. It's a real killer, I like to love.
I mean, what do I have to say about this song? It's a all different vibe. In the storytelling is a little bit more complex than a lot of the unreleased songs. I know that a lot of us love this song just for that little moment in the bridge where she moans. And I've seen a couple of live videos on YouTube while she was performing this song, and a lot of you guys lost it during this specific moment. I'm dying. I definitely was not expecting a song like this, and I believe that this song is another song that she recorded way back. I mean, this song felt more like sort of a Paris Hilton song. I don't know why. It's a different kind of song from her. It's a silly song, and it's a song that is way more pop. I'm really not too mad at the chorus actually. I don't know why. But the second part of the chorus, when she does "You're in love, you're in love," that part, it was actually pretty interesting and captivating. Some of the rhymes were a little off, such as the curveball in the bridge. I mean, I didn't understand that. And in the first verse, I mean, I don't know. Some of them were really hard to process and to put into a scheme. But it's a fun song. I didn't expect that. This song, I can tell already by the title, that is inspired by Nabokov's novel, Lolita. Just has a lot of songs that she wrote back in the days. And as I was telling you at the beginning of this video, we had a lot of words that come back to us, just like Lights, Camera, Action. I think she used that in High by the Beach. Probably not only that song, but I remember only that one. And I have to say that this song, listened by a person that is not really familiar with her work, could be disturbing and wrong on so many levels. Because I mean the line, "Come on, you know you like little girls," I mean, is wrong, okay? But if you really know her and know her background, that she's inspired by novels and poetry and literature, you know that this song is just a reflection of what she grew up reading, listening to, watching. So to me it's not disturbing, even though some lines are particular. But I mean, you know that when she says "you can be my daddy," she means what she means. Because it's not the first time and it's not gonna be the last time she says something like that. I have to say a little bit of a repetition in the verses. I'm not really a fan of that. The production, I didn't really fully understood that and liked that. It was really green, you know? A little funky. I like that.
Understand this, I've been like you. I don't wanna get you running scared and got you almost all the time, and if I wanna see you, I drive by one time, baby. I can be. Why are you so mean?
Ooh. So I'm reading right now that this song is also titled Dirty Elvis Fantasy. So I suppose that it makes sense, and I like the fact that in this song she's actually talking with Elvis. It's strange, but it fits her character, you know? And I like the fact that these songs are so old in a way that you can still feel her naive and innocent part that she's playing, that we also are familiar with, especially in the Born to Die era, in some of the lyrics. So again, Mimi in the Pale Moonlight, we are already familiar with that image in her songs. I have to say that my favorite part is the last line in the chorus when she says, "Just put your sweet kiss on my lips now." I liked how that line sounded. Also the bridge, that it was a little bit more sassy and not that innocent.
Carry me up them stairs with my white sock nail polish. What is all this? Said you know how I like to take trips, stops for stops, before I trip across the USA.
Lolita again. I like this guitar riff. Really sad, you know?
Carry me up like my pin-up bodies, and the solid, it's the clearest when it's me and him that I'm. Dinner, some soda pops, doing the party like it's 1949. Action road stops me, I like the Swiss Alps. Ponytail and lollipops, dinner, some soda.
That was different. I mean, it felt like her, but there was something off with the timing of the song, especially in the chorus, something off with the production and the mix. But I felt like it was really claustrophobic and there were not a lot of pauses to give the song some hair, let's say that. Again, this song, I think it was inspired by Lolita. We had a lot of references. I like the chorus and I like the bridge too, and I think that the last chorus with that little variation, it was really interesting. Also the title of this song, 1949, I read Lolita and I believe that is when Lolita and Humbert went for a road trip in the United States, so that's why she mentions the trip across the USA and the cigarettes and lollipops that are also imagery of the novel.
I wore diamonds for the birth of your baby, for the same day my husband to be packed his things, bittersweet. To say the least, one fine china and fresh linen. They really got the best of us, didn't they? The earth shattered, the sky open. I wore diamonds for the day of our wedding. On the same day my mother-to-be said she's always been that way.
I have to say that I really liked the storytelling behind this song. I felt like it's been maybe the most complex so far. She wrote from a different perspective. It's not her own perspective, but it's somebody else's, and I really like that. But I felt like production-wise this song was a little empty, especially in the chorus. I mean, I didn't feel the difference between the verses and the chorus. But the chorus as one of my favorite two of my favorite lines actually. The earth shattered and the sky opened, the rain was fire but we were wooden. The bridge was a little repetitive as the outro too. It was a pretty long song for such a message, but I mean it was a slow one, so I get it. But if you ask me which era this song belongs to, I couldn't tell you, because I mean it's different but not really. But at the same time it's a song that I wouldn't place on any era because of the message, because of the music. I don't know. As I said at the beginning of the video, you guys sent me a lot of songs to react to, and we'll get to all of them eventually, but for now that's it. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.